How's it, guys? And there's my little co-host and friend. So this weekend, I took a much-needed break from recording any videos, from posting anything. I think I posted one picture to Instagram yesterday. And I actually realized, like, by the end of yesterday, how much better I felt. My mind just felt so much better. It sounds like a glamorous thing to be on YouTube or a fun thing, and it is. It is fun and oopsie my hair. It is fun and glamorous, but also one does need a mental break. So sorry, I'm gonna have to drink my coffee while I'm talking on these things. You guys are just gonna have to get used to the coffee slurp, and I'm so sorry. I'm just not gonna edit it out because if I sit and edit these, that will create such friction and a barrier to me putting them up. I'm not gonna do these videos, and I actually enjoy this informal style of video, and I'm a true Greek. I always have my water with my coffee. And so I also found that this, where I've just told myself that this is the relaxed channel, I feel relaxed, I am relaxed, and then I'm more open and honest, and it's just a much better format. So I think I'm going to go for a run just now. It's Monday morning. So I'm making this on Monday morning. I'll be posting it on Monday morning. And that's what I like about this channel. It's real time, raw, fresh. There's no, like, as you can tell, production, editing. But I just want to talk about things that are on my mind. So as I picked up my running bra, it's an Under Armour. Sorry, did I tap my microphone? It's an Under Armour one, and I really, really, really like it. But here's what's hilarious. It's got a mask loop. Remember in COVID, we all had to wear our masks. So this is a a true sign of COVID. So there we go. And if you are into running and you're a female and you are, obviously you need support, but maybe not, it's pretty supportive. I would say it's one of the more supportive ones. It's easy to get on and off, no hooks and clasps. So yeah, I like it, but it probably, if you're very, very big busted, it's not quite the right thing. So I just want to talk about a few products that, I don't know, they're on my mind, and then I want to talk about Love is Blind, and then I want to talk about what I watched on Netflix, and just how it made me think about life and also relationships. There's quite a big thing to talk about there. But this stuff here, salicylic acid 2% serum, I'll show you here. I bought this actually for my son. He's got those, I don't know what they're called, those spots on the back of your arms, you know, I think they're like hair follicles that get closed up or whatever. So I've heard another YouTuber speak about this, using it on her daughter. So I think, and this also has niacinamide in it, which is quite nice. Let's see, it doesn't smell nice at all. It actually, this really stinks. It's very, very runny. Actually, let me show you. I got this at Clicks. I don't know if you can get it overseas. Yeah, London. EU, UK. Okay, so you probably could get this overseas. Skin Republic. Very runny stuff. It's like watery. Looks milky there. And I think you could use it even as an adult. I think salicylic acid is a mild, kind of like an exfoliant. I'm not sure if you can use it in conjunction with retinol or tretinoin, which I'm on a tretinoin, so I'm not going to use it on my face, but there you go for those, whatever you call those bumpy things on the backs of arms. So apparently it's quite good for clearing up pimples and acne and whatever. So I think maybe for younger skin it could be quite good, that salicylic acid. So there you go. Not so expensive at all, and it's the pure, it's not like an expensive face cream. It's just, it is what it is kind of thing. So yeah, I thought it's worth sharing. Now, speaking of face creams, a face cream that I'm enjoying that I wasn't even setting out to buy, strangely enough, is this one here. The Olay Luminous Vitamin C Niacinamide Moisturizer. I don't know what level or percentage of vitamin C it has, but this was basically for free. I bought like a combo pack of Olay. It was the Regenerist, the serum, and the Regenerist cream, because Angie from Hot and Flashy, she's another YouTuber, she had recommended this. So these were bundled in a pack in a little travel case together. So it was basically 2 for the price of 1. When I got to the till at it's like a chemist chain store here in South Africa called Clicks. She said, "Oh, it's 2 for the price of 1." So I was like, "Yeah, well, it's these 2 products in that pack." And she goes, "No, that bundle pack is 1 product, and you can choose another one as well, basically for free." So I went and I chose that one. And surprisingly, I went in, buying this. And this is actually, I think I prefer this moisturizer. And I haven't used Olay for years and years and years, but I quite like it. It leaves my skin feeling nice. And I don't believe all the claims and all the hype of all these creams. There's no such thing as anti-wrinkle. There's no such thing as anti-age. If you look at every female on the planet, we're all aging and we're all wrinkling, no matter how many creams we use. So obviously, nothing anti-ages and nothing can prevent wrinkles. I mean, I don't know why they even market that to us still anymore. It's like, it's just not a thing. But I understand it's just that marketing word and it does hook into. Anyway, so I'm not big on serums. I also think they're a whole lot of bullshit. Just put the ingredient in the cream and be done. But seeing as that came as a bundled thing, so what I see, the main thing with this is the niacinamide. And I don't know what niacinamide is meant to do for the skin, but anyway, we shall see. So basically, I got 3 products for the price of 1. I think it's a good deal. Yeah, I'll see which product I enjoy using. I'm not sure I would normally pay that amount for a little jar. I suppose maybe I would. I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm enjoying using something new. It's fun to try new products. So if you have any recommendations for good moisturizers that just leave your skin feeling hydrated and soft, not over oily, but I like a little bit of a, not oily, but I like to know that there's something there so that my skin feels hydrated, I guess. These nails did not last more than 3 days, unfortunately. I don't know. I think it's the fact the base coat is not right. I don't know why they're not lasting, but anyway, I'm going to have to redo those today. So I think the plan for today is to go for a run, obviously then shower, get ready, sit and edit for an hour or 2, edit my video for my main channel, and then I've got lunch with a friend of mine from Tech. Now, Tech is like practical university, Technicon. So that's where I studied graphic design. And a friend of mine from Tech, he's now living and working in Dubai. So he's out here for a short while. So we will meet for lunch, which will be nice. Quite awesome to catch up. I don't think I've seen him for Tech. I was 25, 26. Yeah, so that would be like 20 years. Wow, Jesus. Time flies, hey, when you're getting old. Gee whiz. Who would have thought? I mean, I'm nearly 46. What the actual? I can't believe it. Sure, Jesus, yeah. I don't know if you also have those moments where you look in the mirror and you think, on the inside I'm still 25, and yet on the outside I'm 46, or whatever age you are. It's mind blowing. So lately I've been watching like Tammy's Ageless Beauty. She is 64, I think, 60, turning 65. What I love is that you just see all her skin in all its glory. She doesn't use a filter. So she's obviously been just on a weight loss journey now, and you can see the empty skin that's kind of creped on her arms. I know crepey skin happens anyway, but I'm assuming if you've lost weight, there's a bit more crepe because your skin is less elastic as you get older. But I mean, she looks fantastic. She looks her age. It's great. And it makes you realize that, I mean, and she's a licensed cosmetologist, so she would have access to all the good skincare and whatever. You will age no matter what you do, no matter how healthy you are, no matter how fit you are. You can age well, you can age maybe less well, but I still think there's only so much you can do And I must say, I'm losing motivation a bit for gym and running and all that sometimes, because the lack of firmness, like no matter how fit you are, that firmness does go, especially for a female. We're just not as firm. We don't have the testosterone, and I don't want to be a man. I have thought, like I've mentioned before on my channel, I have thought about taking like Anavar and other female friendly steroids to remain firm and to give my muscles that fullness, the hardness, the strength for the recovery. I mean, I've considered taking like very, very small doses, but number one, Anavar made me feel weird. Number two, thank God. So I didn't last longer than 2 weeks and at a micro baby dose. And number two, the more I think about it, the more I think I don't want to look like a man in any way, shape, or form. And I don't want to be with a partner who requires me to be or wants me to be that firm, that fit, that toned forever. So I've changed my thinking quite a bit lately, where now I'm thinking, and I am with a partner who accepts me exactly the way I am, which is I'm so lucky. He's never once commented on me gaining weight, me losing weight, me getting more wrinkly, sunspots, none of that. He is not in any way superficial. And that's very rare in today's day and age, I think. I honestly feel that he loves me for me, who I am on the inside, which is also rare, I think, in today's day and age. You get it, obviously you do. You get couples that can see the truth in each other. Um, he accepts me when I pull away, which that is my sort of default. Um, when I get scared or when I get overwhelmed, I shut down and pull away, and I sort of go into myself, and then I'm not as engaged as I should be in the relationship, in the daily running of the house. I'm there, but I'm not really there. Like I'll go through the motions because I internalize a lot. That's my coping strategy. That's the word, coping strategy. So he just accepts it, and he knows that I tend to go in cycles where I will sort of seek out closeness, intimacy, togetherness in the relationship, and then I pull away, and then I seek goodbye, and then I pull away, and then he's quite good at just riding the wave and waiting for Louise will come back around. And my fault, I know, is that I withdraw and shut down when things get tough sometimes, not always. Anyway, this weekend we had some good heart to hearts, and we just really discussed, because we're not married yet, we're not, our lives are not 100% joined. We just discussed everything, joining lives, joining finances, I mean, I've got one kid, he's got his kids. So there's a lot going on when you are both divorced, both with previous marriages and exes and children. And it takes maturity. And the one thing I can say for him is he really listens. It's actually one of the things that really attracted me to him. So when I was dating recently, 4 years ago, on Tinder, dating as a single divorced mother, I noticed that a lot of the men didn't take the time to just listen to what I had to say. I listened, I asked questions, I was happy to do so. I was actually very happy to rather get to know them more. But he was one who actually truly listened, gave appropriate responses, and he listened so well that I found I spoke quite a lot more on the date than I usually did and would have. And I found myself like, oh, I've maybe overshared, not overshared, but just it was easy to share with him, very easy. And yeah, it was just, so that was one of the attractive qualities. And I take that for granted. I think you get used to the good qualities in your partner and you forget about them because you're living with your partner day to day life. So, like now, we had a bit of a, like a heart to heart. We had some issues or whatever, and it's all resolved. But we spoke, and I was like, this man can really, he hears me for what I have to say. He takes things how I mean them, like he hears them in the right way. Because it's hard to hear feedback, good or bad, from your partner. Obviously, the bad one is hard to hear. So when your partner is giving you something, and it might, like, I might take it as negative feedback, but both of us are quite good at really listening to each other, really understanding the other's motives. And I just realized to find that, and someone who's willing to have the hard talks, that's rare. So that went down this weekend. And like I said yesterday, I tried to, I stayed off, didn't post, didn't do a video, didn't upload, and I feel so much better. I ate though. Whoa, we baked a cake, a chocolate cake, and I ate a lot of chocolate cake, which was delicious and very sugary and not good for me. And I meditated, which I haven't done in a long time, and that was good. And also, we've been watching a Swedish thing on Netflix, like a series called Bonus Family. So it's in Swedish with subtitles. And what we're learning is that in South Africa, we have a language called Afrikaans. Afrikaans stems directly from Dutch. And you can hear in the Swedish, there's that Dutch influence because a lot of words are recognizable. Having learned Afrikaans, you all have to learn Afrikaans at school here in South Africa. So Swedish, there's a lot of English and Dutch influence. And we were both saying we think we could learn Swedish pretty quickly if we lived there. It's actually not a bad series. It's quite good. It started off a bit slow, but my mom had recommended it, so we're enjoying that. I watched another movie in Italian with English subtitles called something like Under the Amalfi Sun. Not the best movie, but I've learned a little bit of Italian. It's my dream to go to Italy one day. Please, God willing, may I get there? Please. Since what age did I do? I did a project on Italy when I was, 10, 12, 10. I remember drawing the boot and just doing all the research and stuff. And I am Greek, half Greek because my mom's Greek. My gran is French. And I was just wondering, I don't know if that entitles me to a French passport as well. But anyway, I'm entitled to a Greek passport. Maybe through my gran I could get a French one. But to be, with a European passport, I could go to Italy, no problem. I don't know what it is about Italy that I'm dying to go and see. Spain, anyway, Europe. I just want to go and see Europe. I'd love to see America, Australia, all the places actually. I just want to see all the places, the whole world. And then we watched the Love is Blind season 6 reunion, and that was so juicy and so gossipy. Oh. And then it just made me realize that the Love is Blind series is so edited. It's so edited that they probably edited to portray people in a certain way, and that might not be the full picture of that person. Like, I mean, obviously they portrayed a lot of Chelsea's insecurities, but if you think about it, that might be all that they were portraying. Meanwhile, there's many hours of footage where she's completely secure. Or Jessica, who came across to me quite vain and loves herself when she says, "Get out your EpiPen, you're going to choke when you see me." I mean, immediately that comment to me was like, ugh, it made this beautiful woman look ugly. And then yet you hear Micah say what a wonderful person she is, and she's friends with Chelsea. And I'm like, so I thought maybe she's not such a nice person. Maybe she is. The thing is, you never know with reality TV what you are seeing. How edited is it? You don't know what that person is really like. What are they like under tough situations? when the going gets tough, what kind of a friend are they? How loyal are they? You know, how do they handle tough situations? Do they apologize when they're wrong? We all make mistakes. So, yeah, it was just, it got me thinking about all that. And then poor Chelsea with all the negative comments about her saying she looks like Megan Fox. And I have had my first few hate comments right here on social media. And it just made me think, thank God I'm older and can handle, and I'm prepared for it now. I've sort of known all along as I've been building my main channel, the day will come when someone will say something hurtful, mean, or just even slightly where you could misinterpret it. And they have been coming. And it just shows you that I've arrived. My channel has grown big enough to where that's happening. So, and that's okay. I'm ready for it. I can handle it. Not that I'm inviting negative comments because they sting anyway, no matter how well you are or how good you can handle it. But yeah, it's interesting from a human psychology point of view. Number one, how I receive it and what mind frame that person is in that's making that comment. So yeah, it just got me thinking about all that. Like all these Love is Blind contestants, obviously they receive a lot of heat and a lot of flack and a lot of judgments and a lot of criticism. And poor Sarah Ann received a lot. And it's just, and they're all human. And they're probably all doing their best. And we're all vulnerable. We're all insecure. We all make mistakes. I mean, if I look back at my younger relationships, all the things I did wrong, I cringe. I do. I cringe. And I think if I had cameras recording me in my 20s and early 30s, my good God, I would have been persecuted because when you're that young, you're just so inside your own head. You don't see yourself from the outside. Well, at least I didn't. A lot of my actions were self-preserving because you do. You just want to be loved, be seen in a certain way. You want to portray like all I wanted. All I wanted my whole life was to just be pretty, just be pretty, just be pretty, just be seen as pretty, be the pretty girl. I never really felt like the pretty girl, the hot girl. And then eventually, when in my 30s, after I had my son, I was going to the gym and I took part in a fitness competition. You can actually watch my first one on my main channel, it's there. So I had the spray tan, the blonde hair, I was super lean. I got on stage in a bikini and I was like, this is it, this is like the moment. and I really felt like people did treat me differently and better because I got, quote unquote, I hate saying this, but hotter. Not that I'm hot, not that I ever was, but for me, hotter than I ever had been, or more beautiful, or more fitting the aesthetic. Let's put it that way, fitting the aesthetic or the beauty standards. And when I reached that point, it was, yeah, I don't know. It did feel good. I did get attention, but also nothing changed, nothing improved. My life did not improve, really, not really. And I think that's the illusion, is that you think if you lose the weight, if you, I don't know, do all the aesthetic things to your face, if you look younger, if you look better, if your lips are fuller, if you, whatever you think, your butt's tighter, firmer, that everything will change, that your life will be perfect. It's not going to be, it never will be. The only thing that makes any difference is how you are with yourself on the inside. Are you self-aware? Are you, yeah, I really think that's the only thing that makes a difference, is you getting to know yourself, you getting to know your place in the world, truly understanding your motives, because it will help you understand other people's motives. And yeah, and where was I going with all this? And like, life is not easy, but I remember when I was younger thinking, yeah, well, I just, okay, I was going with, I just wanted to be pretty. and be the pretty girl. And yet, number one, beauty is subjective. So what one person thinks is pretty, another person will think is ugly. Even though there is a typical sort of standard, like Jessica on Love Is Blind, she's truly drop dead gorgeous externally, but when she made that comment about the EpiPen, I was like, oh, that was kind of ugly. It was an ugly comment, made her seem not so pretty in my eyes at that moment. I'm not saying she's a bad person, but yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting how life gets you to question yourself. And yeah, if I had cameras on me back then, sure, I was insecure. I still am, but not now. I'm very aware of my insecurities. Actually, someone on this channel here left a comment saying, "You're very insecure." And I was like, "You're right, I am." And then they said, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it in a bad way." And I didn't really take it as a bad thing. Although the tone was hard to read, the tone of the comment, but I took it, maybe, well, I don't know. I don't know how I took it, but the truth is, I am insecure, but I'm okay with it now. I'm okay being insecure because I've learned at this age, every human on the planet is full of insecurities. No one is confident. No one is 100% secure. We all develop confidence in certain areas because you practice a skill, whether it's public speaking, being on camera, singing, writing, dancing, accounting, being a lawyer, whatever it is. You get confidence in areas, but everyone is insecure. We all have the same drives and motives. And anyway, so if I were young, being filmed on Love Is Blind, I would have been persecuted. Absolutely. And even now, at my age, let's just say there was a Love Is Blind for over 40s. Who knows how I would have, or I would be interpreted? I mean, who knows? And if they edit you in a certain light, sure, that it must be tough. It must be really tough. And even being on YouTube, I don't know what the perception is. All I can do is put myself out here as openly and honestly as possible. And then sometimes you do wonder, like, you want to come across positive. Am I too smiley? Am I too bouncy? Am I too happy? Am I too down? Am I too slow when I speak? You do wonder all these things. And it's an interesting space, and I'm learning a lot. And yeah, so all these thoughts were tumbling through my head yesterday about being on a platform like YouTube, what the perception is. And it's made me a lot more self-aware. It has made me more confident. And I think it has helped me to grow somewhat as a person, whether I stay on YouTube or not. And I will stay because I do enjoy it. Like this, especially like now on a Monday morning after school drop off, I just get to be me for a few minutes and then I'll go for my run. But it does. It gives me that pause for thought, like, how am I? Who am I in the world? I'm going to pause, finish my coffee, and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I just didn't want to drink all my coffee quickly, but it was getting cold. So, yeah, I have many deep thoughts all the time. I'm sure you do too. But to conclude today's little sit down and chit chat, we are all human. We're all doing our best. And I hope you appreciate the fact that I'm just vulnerable here. And like now, today, I'm sitting down as I am, no makeup. This is my true, raw, real, honest face. Like I said, I don't have the best camera in the world, but as I look in the viewfinder, like I can see, the older I get, the more these under eye bags are. As I've been honest about on my channel, I've had a little bit of Botox over the years, especially my frown. That's one I think I will probably continue to Botox for a while. But I see my face, it's aging more rapidly, and it will, of course. I'm heading into my 50s nearly. And sometimes I think, I wish I looked younger, but more and more, I don't think that. And that's freeing, very, very freeing. More and more, I think I should just look my age. And that's what women need on social media. We need, excuse me, we need like Tammy on Tammy's Ageless Beauty. We need women that are just boldly and proudly their age. I don't care to look younger. I don't care to look whatever. I just need to be me. And this is me. Yes, I have had lip filler when I was in my late 20s. I had a nose job because I had a hook nose. But this is me. And no more am I seeking out trying to look like a young woman. I've said it before. I've said it a million times. I would love a facelift, God willing. And yes, I am saving towards that. I have my little fund. And if I find the right surgeon and I just feel it's the right time and I have the funds saved up at that point, I don't know. I don't know, but I think I would do it. Vanity, yes, but also just for, I've got very, I don't know if you can see more because face on you don't see it as much, but from the side, these, I don't know what you call these glands, but I've never had a strong, tight jawline. And I think about that. I think it would be nice. I don't know. I understand a facelift doesn't address the forehead. That would be a brow lift or whatever. Not ready for that yet. But again, everything in the right time, if it falls into place and it's right, I would never risk, like I wouldn't just rush it. I wouldn't do it. I don't know. So I'm not anti-plastic surgery because, as I've been very public about on my YouTube channel, my main channel, I've had a boob job after I had my son. I went the opposite way to my mother, where she said she gained a cup size. I lost and emptied, and it happens to some of us where we just, the tissue empties. I don't know why. And so that's why I had that done. So I'm not anti-plastic surgery, but I think it's an individual choice, and I'm not here to judge anyone. You do you. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you want to, whatever suits you, whatever you want to do. The older I get, the more I'm on YouTube, the more I listen to other YouTubers, and the more I hear the negative comments, and the more I hear people nitpicking over like diet and exercise and the duration of it and the type of exercise and the this and the that. And to me, it's all, we get lost in the weeds with everything. So to me, it's just do what works for you, live your best life the way you want to do it, to within the means that's possible for you. It's not always possible for all of us to do the things that YouTubers, social media, or TV celebrities or movie celebrities are doing. And we should not compare ourselves and our lives to anyone we see on any screen anywhere. I think I'm going to wrap this up today. I think now I'm just starting to waffle, guys. But it's been lovely to just talk, unburden, connect with you. I really do feel like this is a safe space. You guys are my friends. And I will see you in my next raw, real, unfiltered, unedited upload. Bye. Bye-bye.